Ryan Reynolds here for, I guess, my 100th Mint commercial. No, don't. I mean, honestly, when I started this, I thought I only have to do like 4 of these. I mean, it's unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month. How are there still people paying 2 or 3 times that much? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be victim blaming here. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch. Whenever you're ready.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See details.
Oh boy, here we go. Hello and welcome to Oldie but a Goodie. It's time. Mortal Kombat Annihilation, the worst movie possibly of all time. One of them, at least. Actually, I think we've covered worse movies than this one this year. Anyway, hello, welcome, Oldie but a Goodie. We're still on break. Zach and I, we're still on break. In fact, here's a fun little fact for you. We're not just on break for this week. I know we said we'll be back next week, but get this. We won't be. We'll see you at the start of November because we went to PAX and got sick, so we can't record for next week's episode, which is fine, but we're going to push it back 1 week. That'll be out on the 4th of November. Filling in that little gap for next week, though, I'm going to be dropping some bloopers. Bloopers from the last 100 or so episodes since whenever we last did bloopers. They'll be funny, probably. That'll be out next week. But until then, enjoy this, a review of Mortal Kombat Annihilation. A terrible movie, an awful movie, that's very funny. And if you love Power Rangers, you're gonna love this, probably. If you want more episodes like this, patreon.com/oldiebuddygoodypod. We've got a brand new episode actually coming out on Wednesday, I believe. A review of Vampires Suck. If you want other bad movies, this is a bad comedy parodying Twilight, which isn't as bad as you think it is. Patreon.com/oldiebuddygoodypod. And enjoy this very funny review of a terrible movie. Goodbye.
The world was created in 6 days, and on the 7th day, I, Shao Kahn, say that the world was created in 6 days, and on the 7th day, it will rest in pieces, because I'm gonna kill everyone.
Is the Bible canon?
I'm Shao Kahn.
No. I'm just asking. If the Bible's canon, then God exists.
Yes, and God made the world in 6 days, and I will destroy it on the 7th.
What are the old gods compared to Jesus? Is Jesus an old god?
I'm turning into a Hydra now.
Did Jesus Mortal Kombat?
I don't want to answer these questions. I'm a giant CGI Hydra boy.
Is God Raiden? I don't understand. Is he Jesus?
I think Raiden's Jesus, yeah.
Yes, I think he might be.
Also,
like
I'm the guy that made everyone look really different in this movie. It was a part of my evil plan, was to make everyone but Liu Kang look different.
That's why all the actors have been replaced.
I'm
what
evil.
A sinister plan.
I'm so evil.
Oh.
Now I'm just going to take off my helmet and, hi, I'm not evil anymore, I'm actually quite a nice guy.
What? What?
When Shao Kahn took off his helmet, I was like, what? That's what he looks like. Okay.
What? He looked fine. He looked somewhat sinister.
This is the best movie we've ever done an episode on.
Welcome to Oldie but a Goodie, where we cover the worst movies of the worst year, of the worsty worst. This is Patreon. Thank you for signing up for the Patreon and witnessing us talk about this movie, which might be one of the worst movies we've ever reviewed ever.
It is considered the best worst movie of all time. Next to The Room, next to that Dragon Ball movie, like, it's up there.
Yeah, exactly. It's so The Room. It's just like, how did this get made? How did they think any of this was,
Any of it was good?
It's incredible. Any of it, Like, none of the actors, except for the main guy, like, came back, and it's just,
I think Katana came back. I think it's the same Katana.
Yeah. It's her and him, and then no one else. Oh my god. Every single plot line just failed massively and doesn't make any sense whatsoever and destroys the canon. And also, the Bible is canon in this universe, apparently.
That quote is one of the greatest quotes of all time. I'll read it, like, properly, the actual quote, which is...
let's go.
The world was created in 6 days, so too shall it be destroyed, and on the seventh day, mankind will rest in peace.
Wow. Incredible.
It's the worst line in cinema history.
Wow. I feel like if it had better context, it could even land... It's a very cheesy, stupid line, right?
Yeah.
But if it wasn't in this context of this bad guy, maybe, you know, a bad guy of like, with religious undertones or something, you know, like the Holy Grail or something, you know. You could imagine, you know, for the lack of a better bad guy, a Nazi general going, with holding the Grail in his hand, he's going, 6 days, the world, you know, that feels right there, but, you know, it did not here. It made no sense and really made me question the canon of this universe.
I mean, look, it's Mortal Kombat. The story doesn't matter to begin with, and in this, it's just...
I just really want it to be canon that Jesus Mortal Kombat and saved the world through Mortal Kombat. That's why he died.
So there's so much to get into with this film. I'll start off with a very brief premise. If you've never seen the movie, what Mortal Kombat is about is, despite Earthrealm winning in the first film, Shao Kahn, the leader of Outworld, is still like, I'm gonna invade.
So first off on the bat, they are, like, shitting on the first movie.
Yes.
Which is pretty good. That's literally within the first 2 seconds. This plotline is, like, yeah, but the first movie didn't help.
Oh, well, the first movie ended with the cliffhanger of him invading as well.
Well, yeah, I don't think so. I think it's just him appearing. Like, you could have just done, he comes over and, like, it's very different in the first one because he doesn't summon a portal and start summoning minions and shit. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
The worst ninjas I've ever seen, and we've seen all 4 Three Ninja movies.
Oh, my lord. Anyway, no. Continue with the plotline. You've been 2 seconds in and I've interrupted you. I'm so sorry.
So Shao Kahn is like, oh, Mortal Kombat Annihilation is the thing we're doing now. You've got 6 days to come and attack me, or else I'm taking over the whole world.
Yes, okay. Apparently, a 6-day workday is how the world becomes part of the outer world.
And
sure,
that means this whole movie takes place in 6 days, even though it feels like it takes place in 2 days. Like, it's quite quick, the events. I don't know how that works.
And it's an outer world, I don't know.
And also it's very important, because Shao Kahn and Raiden are brothers, and their dad is this elder god, who is also evil. Because there's 3 elder gods, and one of them is, he's an evil bloke.
Yeah, and what? What?
Don't know.
What?
And that means that Shao Kahn and the Elder God are white as well, which is great.
Yeah.
Because they're related to Raiden, who's been recast and is better in this movie.
No!
Well, the actor's not doing his little
What? No! Shut the hell up, Sandra. The actor was awful. I hated him so much.
I love
It's not only is it whitewashed, but they've got such a worse actor for him as well.
Well,
and also have the worst plotline for him as well.
I mean, look, I'm not saying it's good, but in this film, I really liked how Raiden was just this weird, awkward dad who was like, you know, if you believe in yourself, kids, you'll accomplish things. He does it so many times. It's so awkward every time.
It's so bad. Because they literally were like, I don't know what to do with this Raiden character. his powers are too powerful. I'm just going to do the Superman thing and we're going to depower him because we as story writers don't know how to deal with him as a character.
He loses his powers. His eyes don't glow once in this movie. It's like that's the one thing anyone cares about, Raiden, is the eyes glowing. What are you doing? You're not doing that? It's great. I love this movie so much.
Yeah, I think at the start his eyes sort of sparkle when he's threatening to teleport the generals.
Yeah, maybe.
And that's it. That's the only point. And I was like, what? Oh my god. Also, one of the Elder Gods is evil.
Yes.
So at any point, if like maybe a second evil Elder God was ascended, there'd be a majority evil and everything would be boned. So why would you follow their rules if the Elder Gods can potentially be corrupted? And also, where was this Elder God in the first movie? Where was any of this canon about their brothers? That whole, Raiden thing, that they talk constantly about how they're not ready now, how the first fight was, easy and stuff, and how it's like shitting on the first movie by saying all of you are shit now, and how the main character is once again completely useless, even though we've known for a fact that in the first movie they literally reference, hey, I won Mortal Kombat, I'm pretty good, but all he does is get shit on the whole movie by everyone else, and I'm what?
Because the movie needs to happen.
I know! And that's the problem!
It's atrocious. It's awful. So the Elder God thing, I've played a little bit of Elder God of Mortal Kombat 11, and in that one, there's the Elder Gods, but then there's also like the God of Time, and she's more powerful than all the Elder Gods, or something like that. So there is kind of a hierarchy.
Yeah.
They're all evil or good at any one moment. It doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure. Look, honestly, that wasn't the worst part of the plot line. That was okay.
Yeah.
It does fall into my Jesus allegory because the main god is sending down his son to die, and it's like, oh no.
Speaking of Mortal Kombat lore, I think there's a scene in this movie that perfectly sums up what Mortal Kombat is like as a franchise. And I know we talked about them last in our review of the first movie, but this time it's a perfect segue, so we're going to talk about Scorpion and Sub-Zero right now. There's a scene where Sub-Zero shows up, and Liu Kang's like, didn't I kill you? And Sub-Zero's like, oh, that was my older brother. I think that perfectly sums up what Mortal Kombat as a franchise is.
Oh,
is Sub-Zero being like, oh, that was my older brother, and he's evil. I'm good.
What the heck is this shit? It's the perfect, writer cameo bullshit nothing that, oh my god, it's so bad.
I love that scene so much, because it doesn't, he doesn't come back. He's just there, and he's like, no. I'm gonna help you cross this bridge with my ice powers.
Yeah, what? And he doesn't even do that!
No! And then Scorpion shows up and is like, get over here! And then a fight starts.
Yeah, is that Scorpion's brother? Is that Scorpion's brother, guys? Or they just say, he didn't die in the last film? Because that's equally possible. Because he did explode in hell?
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean he died.
I think, because he was in hell, he didn't die.
I think it was just okay, the fans were mad that Scorpion and Sub-Zero didn't fight. Or thing. We're just gonna have this convoluted bullshit just so we can have Scorpion and Sub-Zero fight.
And here's the thing. This is the question I've got to ask you. Clearly, in the first movie, there was some pretty decent fighting. They weren't the best fighters, but it was the actors doing their own sort of martial arts for the most part. It looked okay. In this movie, it's just Power Rangers fights.
Yes.
It's people throwing each other. Is it better? I think I enjoyed the fights more in this movie. Obviously, the Johnny Cage versus Scorpion fight in the first one is so terrible, it's amazing. But
yeah,
in this one, all the fights are just so funny.
Yeah.
And so enjoyable that I think I enjoyed the fights more in this film.
Okay. I definitely, compared to Goro getting punched in the nuts, which is just the worst, the fights were definitely the best part of this film.
Yeah.
And they're Power Ranger fights, so not all of them are great. But They're definitely the best part of this film, and I don't know if I'd say they're better than the first one, but they were definitely the most bearable to watch, and in fact quite enjoyable. Like when Sonya flips over a guy, grabs him with his legs, and just throws the guy with his legs into the wall. I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
Well, one of the first fighting moments of the movie is Shao Kahn being like, I'm gonna fight you, Raiden, and then he just front flips down to the ground for no reason, and Raiden's like, oh, we flipping? And then he also does a flip to flip in front of Shao Kahn.
Yeah, I hated that. I hate the start fight with Raiden and stuff. That's so dumb. And the ending fight was terrible.
No. The ending fight is the best fight in cinematic history.
You're wrong, but we'll get there. I would like to joke, but I have so many things that I'm mad about that I cannot even joke about how good it was.
I mean, this is the pinnacle of so bad it's good. This movie,
Oh yeah. I definitely agree. I would watch this film again.
Yeah.
I would absolutely watch this film again. And I don't normally say that about a movie with 2% on Rotten Tomatoes, but this movie is incredible.
You want to know something really funny? Mm-hmm. The first movie cost $18 million, and aside from Reptile, it looked pretty good, right? Aside from Reptile, everything looked believable.
Yeah. And all the CGI was bad.
This one cost $30 million and everything looks like shit.
Yeah, it's terrible. The scenes didn't look so bad. The scenery. So when they're rolling in the tunnels, the Sub-Zero platforms area, the practical effects actually looked fine. And every time I looked at it, and I thought, this is why I thought it cost so much. I looked at all the sets, and I went, that looks really good. They must have spent a lot of money on this. Oh no.
Yeah.
And this film is so bad.
I do want to bring that up, though. An important point of this movie is that characters in Mortal Kombat travel really fast around the globe by using these, spinning balls underneath the ground.
In the Earth's core, it uses thermal power from the Earth's core to get around. What?
And that was a plot point in Godzilla vs. Kong. But in that movie, it's look, it's like an underground elevator tram sort of thing. That's cool.
Yeah, look, and it makes sense because they're using this floaty tech throughout the whole film. And they talk about underground tunnels. That's kind of the whole movie. So it fits in with everything else. You don't really question it at that point. You're like, oh, right, yes, our main characters have to get to Hong Kong somehow so they can just be there when the fight happens. God damn it. But, underground, it just came out of nowhere, and I'm like, what? Oh, why didn't Raiden just teleport them? Because he still has teleporting powers at that point.
Why did they have to take that weird, ghost ship thing in the first film if they could have just used these underground balls?
Well, maybe there's no underground ball transport to that island very specifically. Maybe this film takes a massive sloppy Joe on the first movie and doesn't care for any of its canon.
It's wild though. It's so much worse than the first movie, but I would watch this before rewatching that first film.
I
don't know.
I would watch both equally for different reasons.
Yeah.
I watched the first one because I genuinely enjoyed it. And I would watch this one to be angry at it and laugh at it and to drink and to cry at the folly of man.
It's such a great film. So, obviously, as we mentioned earlier, everyone's recast aside from Liu Kang and Katana. But even then, Liu Kang is so much worse in this movie.
Yeah, I think it's just the quality of the script.
I think so.
I think that just went down for him. It really sucks for him, especially. He doesn't get as much screen time, I think. And they just do the same thing again, where he gets shit on by everyone, which really annoyed me, because he won Mortal Kombat. He should just be a kick-ass fighter. Obviously, in the end, he wins again.
Yeah.
But, He should be wrecking people. What I would have liked to see is, like, people try to attack him and they go, huh, you are a good, like, but instead they're like, huh, we attacked you, huh, you're weak, you're shit, let me help you.
I guess in this movie, like, he's not fighting Goro, and he's not fighting, like, the sorceress's armed guards. He's fighting the Khan's guards, and they're better guards. And
yeah, no, but, like,
it doesn't work.
He still beat their, like, head sorcerer guy, which should be way better than those.
Yeah.
You know, like, he should be like their like secret weapon. Their ace in the hole. He's like their kick-ass kung fu guy. But instead,
he is though. He is their ace in the hole and their secret weapon because he's got a power. Unlike
no, he doesn't. Not yet. Not till we get to that whole thing.
All right, we'll get to that later.
Just awful.
That is I love that moment so much. Oh, okay. Well, then we'll talk about Katana. We finally get to see a fight in this movie, and it cool. I liked it.
Yeah. It's sad that she only got to really fight this one, but she's cool.
Oh, I love Johnny Cage's arc in this movie.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
They really just...
Well, I didn't know. So was that guy recast or not?
Yeah.
I couldn't...
Yeah.
He was recast, okay. Like, he didn't have enough screen time for me to, like, thoroughly examine, and I wasn't going to, like, rewind it to see if it was. I was really hoping it was the same guy, and the guy was like, I'll come back if you kill off my character immediately. Just do a Harrison Ford.
No, it's a different actor. I think he was the school bully in that Karate Kid movie that we did.
Yeah.
In our first year. So we have done something with him before. Anyway, the movie opens with that fight that we mentioned with, like, Shao Kahn being like, 6 days and then the world, I'll end it. Rest in peace. And then they just kill Johnny Cage.
Yep. So what happens is they all appear and the guy opens these portals to summon all his minions. His minions are just wow.
They're the worst.
He has a porn star centaur dude who's,
Oh, yeah. Cyrax, right? Is that Cyrax?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know any of the names from the later characters introduced in the Mortal Kombat series.
Nope. Cyrax was the robot. Motaro?
I don't know.
I've just got a list of all the characters that are in the movie. I don't know which is which. Yes, it's Motaro. It's Motaro.
His I don't know, something about him really, I felt very uncomfortable when he was on screen. Yet also, might be one of my favorite characters. I'm not sure.
His fight with Jax was kind of cool. Because Jax was just, like, punching nothing.
Well, we'll get to that, because I have a huge fucking problem with Jax as a character.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
And then we have the forearm lady. Who is she called?
That's not Shiva, is it?
No, Shiva.
Shiva. Yeah, it is Shiva.
It is Shiva. Yeah. Shiva, who's kick-ass in the games. So she's a female of the species that Goro is.
Yeah.
And she's kick-ass.
Except she's more humanoid than Goro is.
No. They're the same species. Just in this movie. No. In this movie, it's the shittest fucking character design I've ever seen for that. They do nothing but CGI just an extra pair of arms for her. That's it.
Yeah.
They do nothing else. It's like they have this giant centaur dude who with like half his body. The reason they do that is because they could keep half his body off the screen. They could just do body shots of him half the time, so they don't need to CGI. But she's so bad in the movie compared to the game.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible. They've got, like, Melina in this movie, who's great. She's always got a mask on, but then when she takes off the mask, you see that, like, her face is, like... She's got this giant mouth with lots of teeth. She just keeps the mask on for the whole movie.
Yeah.
Never see the whole point of that character.
Was she in this movie?
Yeah. There's a point where she shows up in, like, her pink-purple outfit and does some fighting, but she always keeps the mask on. They never do the whole point of that character, which is taking the mask off.
I completely forgot because she's so irrelevant to this movie, it hurts.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very important character. But...
Yeah, unlike the new movie, which does the thing where she's got her teeth.
Well, howdy there, listener. It's me, Shelly McSeller, back with another podcast ad. And I tell you what, the boys, Sandro and Zach, they've been on patreon.com/oldie but a goodie, doing something a little bit mischievous. What's that, I hear you asking? They've been reviewing the Friday the 13th series again. They're back at it with number 10, Jason X. Jason goes to space, Jason in space, here's a clip.
I think the problem is it's a little too middle ground.
Yeah.
And it needed to be either a much smarter sci-fi film.
That's not gonna
or
happen,
a much
though.
or or a much stupider, goofier, better kill side of thing. Or even like in the middle, just a better horror film in general with the better kills.
I think I think like a gorier version of this would work. I think a gorier, funnier version of this, like Friday the 13th. Is it the 6th one where they're like breaking the fourth wall? There's the James Bond intro. That one is hilarious.
It is. That is true. There is a bunch of comedy in this film. It tries to be funny, but it isn't very funny.
It tries to be it tries to be self-aware, but it doesn't really work because we've already seen Friday the 13th be self-aware, and that movie was a lot better than this.
I think that's the thing it struggles with. Is like it tries to do too many things. It doesn't really do any of them particularly well.
Oh, they certainly are getting to the end of that Friday the 13th series, and they finally reached the one that they were excited about, which is the one where they're in space, they ran out of ideas, and they put the series in space. It's Jason in space. Yeehaw! Hey, but here's the thing. If you go to patreon.com/oldie-but-a-goodie-pod, you won't just be able to get that episode, you'll be able to get the whole back catalog of every single bonus episode they've ever released in their entire lives of Oldie But a Goodie. And also ad-free episodes, too. That's pretty good. Yeehaw! I'm an American.
Who else is in this movie, in terms of the baddies? Oh, there's Baraka.
Is he?
Yep. He fights someone.
Oh, yes, he was guarding the jail cell. Of course, that was Baraka.
Yeah, that was meant to be Baraka.
Oh my god. Well, they got his teeth and blades right, but the whole point is he's covered in spikes. That's the whole point. He's a spiky boy.
Yeah.
The more spikes, the better. And he just kind of is on screen for like 2 seconds and gets his ass kicked, and then he dies.
Who else is in this movie?
There's the droid things that they fight.
Oh yeah, that's Cyrax. That's Cyrax, the droid. The droid is Cyrax. That was cool. Is Cabal in this? I think Cabal showed up at some point, and I was like, hey, it's Cabal! And then he died, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Is that the one that got tossed into the flames?
I think so. He was in, like, the black suit, and he had the braids coming out of his suit thing.
I have no idea. Again, there's a whole lot of characters they just throw in, and they're bad. They're terrible.
They're bad. Who else is a baddie in this? Jade's a baddie in this. They introduced Jade for a second, and Liu Kang's like, I'm gonna kiss Jade. Actually, no, I'm not. And then she's evil.
I mean, yeah. Honestly, she was probably the most fine of all the characters. Her scene made no sense with the whole, like, you know, trying to trick him and then joining up and then betraying them sort of thing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But, like, her, you know, at least she was Asian.
That's true. That's true. Who else? Well, that's pretty much all the bad guys. But in terms of the good guys, we haven't really talked about Sonya. She's in this. Different actress. Hey, at least she wasn't the princess in distress. The other female lead is still a princess in distress. Yes.
Which was like, but she actually kicks a bit of ass in this film.
Yeah, she's not the damsel in distress, but she is the male gazy eye candy.
But at least she wasn't a damsel in distress. She kind of kicked ass, but yeah.
And finally, Jax is in this.
And he's awful. His plot and character and actor and everything were terrible, and I hated it.
The actor is probably the worst in the movie, which is saying a lot.
That is saying a lot. I don't know if he's the worst actor in the movie, but he's pretty bad.
Because he doesn't... Like, I say he's the worst actor because he's the one that I feel like wasn't trying to act. But yeah, his story arc is one of the worst.
It's so bad. It just shits on the entire fucking character. Ray, tell me the story. We're in a pitch meeting, all right? We're writing this up. I'm going, I'm writing the ending to this film. I'm vomiting on the page.
So I've got an idea for this character. We're going to adapt the character of Jax, who is Sonya's CIA friend. I don't know who they work for. Her army friend thing.
You try to explain this law. I don't care about the Mortal Kombat franchise, but continue.
So he's this dude. Basically, his whole thing is he's got robot arms. And we're going to say in this, they're just kind of like robot sleeves that he puts on. They're like his hands aren't replaced. They're kind of like robot.
That sounds great to me, because I don't care about this character or this franchise.
So we're going to say, right, he's going to meet up with Raiden, and Raiden's going to be like, I'm your awkward dad, son, and you don't need those robot sleeves to fight. And Jack's story arc is going to be that in one of his fights, the cybernetic sleeves gets broken, and then he realizes that he can just be himself and fight. He doesn't need to hide behind these robotic sleeves that he's got on his arms.
Right. But do you think, I'm just going to throw this out there, that this would completely take a huge, colossal dump on the entire point of that character with his awesome, metal arms, and that's the reason people like his character? And that by removing them almost entirely from this film, you remove the point of the character, because otherwise he's just another dude that's fighting people.
I mean, we could make him white if you wanted.
No. I'm asking because I think that's a great idea. Because I hate this franchise and I hate this character. So I really want to take a massive shit on it.
Oh, it's so bad. Because, the version in the new movie isn't great, because he's got tiny chicken arms, but then he believes in himself, and then his arms hulk out.
But that's they were trying to give him powers because they were giving everyone powers for some reason.
Yeah, so that was a bit weird.
You can give them the credit. It is replacing his arms.
Yes.
And once he hulks out, his arms are sick.
They're
and
great.
He does things.
He's great.
And he also punches people with them. Unlike in this movie where he just gets thrown around the whole movie and doesn't actually do anything.
It's embarrassing.
Also, you didn't mention the fact that, cause here, sorry, we're back in the meeting room. You're making this character sound too good. What I want to happen is for him to be completely useless for the entire film and never punch anything. He just gets thrown around. Whenever someone comes at him, he's just like, ugh. He just sort of stands there and gets thrown around. And then we can have one moment where a CGI monster comes up and he wails on it like a child, like a toddler. He just goes ba 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 ba.
That was so good.
And then that monster doesn't die or collapse from the hits. It just goes back underground.
That was great.
That was great. His one scene.
Oh dear. Well, that's all the characters that we've gone through. Aside from, and as soon as I mention this character, we are going to be launched into the funniest part of the final act of this movie. The character of Nightwolf.
Oh no. Oh no.
He's this Native American character who can transform into a wolf. And it introduces the idea of, what's the word they use?
Anamorphing or something.
Anamorphing.
It sounds like that book series of kids turning into random shit. Like that book series, like Anamorphing.
Yeah. Anamorphine. Animalia. I don't know what word they use.
No, that's the TV series.
Yeah, that's true.
Animalia.
But basically, Liu Kang goes out and finds Nightwolf, and Nightwolf's like, I'm going to teach you how to unlock the inner animal that you have,
Whoa. Okay, you've just skipped over so much. He goes into the middle of buck shit nowhere.
The whole film looks like it's filmed out in the middle of nowhere.
Well, yeah, but this especially, because we're never just where this is or anything. Raiden's told him to just go out there and Wolf will find him. What? And then he rocks up, he attacks him, and this is another thing of, like, the main character guy, he won Mortal Kombat.
Yep.
He should be really good at combat, but he just gets shit on by everybody he encounters.
He doesn't do the spin kicky thing until the very end fight as well.
Yeah.
Which is his whole move.
It's just...
It's that whole thing.
Anyway.
Okay, so it's called Animality.
Animality.
It was introduced in Mortal Kombat 3 as a sort of finisher move. Every character has one. So every character turns into a different animal.
Oh, yeah.
Kano turns into a giant tarantula, and Johnny Cage turns into a kangaroo, even though I feel like that should be the other way around.
Yeah, alright. You can't choose your Patronus, Sandro.
It's true.
Unless a loved one dies, then I guess you can. But anyway.
Sub-Zero is a polar bear, but Scorpion is a penguin. What?
What? Why is Scorpion a penguin?
I have no idea.
His literal name is Scorpion. Why isn't he a scorpion? That's so dumb. Because he
really
literally could just do the, like, his chain, like, his stinger is a giant chain thing, and it just... His literal name is Scorpion. Please tell me Reptile is, like, a dog.
I don't think Reptile has one, which is a shame, because that would have been really funny.
Yeah, Reptile turning into...
No, Reptile is a chimpanzee.
What? What? That's so dumb. What?
Oh, man.
He's already a lizard. What?
Why is Melina a skunk? What is this? Katana turns into a rabbit.
Well, Melina has that sort of white streak, right?
I hate all of this. Sonya Blade's a hawk.
Okay, like that. America. Hawk. It should have been an eagle, but anyway. I see that. She gives me Hawk Patronus vibes.
So, yeah, anyway.
Did they bring this back? Is this a thing?
I'm pretty sure it's only in 3.
Really? That's so weird. I wonder why that would be.
So, yeah, in Mortal Kombat 3, Liu Kang can turn into a dragon. So in this movie, he unlocks the power to tap into his animality and turn into a dragon.
What even is this? So, wait. Okay. Alright. He encounters Wolfman, who can turn into a wolf. He's cool, sure. He's alright.
2 minutes of screen time.
Yeah, he gets 2 minutes of screen time, then fucks off. He goes through, like, trance or something where he has to deal with his inner self.
Kinda.
And that's all you have to do to be able to morph into a dragon.
All this happens within the first 40 minutes, and we don't see any payoff until the very end, which was great, which is very funny. But
yeah, because they had to save the CGI budget for then. This is all a build up to the end, and we'll get to it. We're almost there.
We're pretty much there. I mean, there's a couple other subplots, like the whole Katana subplot with her mum, who's been brainwashed. That was okay. That was probably the best plot point in the whole film.
Was it?
Well, because it was the only part that was like, a character has something to do.
It's so, like, we don't know what to do in this movie, so we established she had a dead mum in the other one, so we're gonna revive her. But she's evil, and she's following the bad guy. Why? Who knows? But she's pretty evil. And then they follow her to try and unbrainwash her. They beat her up and then revive her with the power of love, but the power of love fails.
Yes.
And Jade was there and apparently betrayed them. I don't know what she actually did to betray them.
Just be evil. She was evil.
Right. Yeah.
I really liked the actor that played her, though. She was hilariously over the top.
Yeah, she was just enjoying herself. She was going, hey, I'm evil. She was almost like the evil witch.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Supergirl witches, just like, we're just going to do whatever.
Exactly. But she gets revived, and she's like, "Love is dead. You're an awful child." And I was like, "Oh, that's pretty rude."
That was funny.
And then she evil cackles and disappears because all they were doing was distracting them, so the 6 days could pass, and so they could take over, which I guess makes sense.
That was their trick plan, was to distract them for 6 days.
I want to talk about Raiden for a little bit. It starts off a film. He fights. He loses like an idiot.
Yep.
Johnny Cage dies.
Yep.
Then he goes off to talk to the old gods. The old gods are like, Earth is fucked, you dumb. Get shit on. We had rules, but we're just going to ignore them.
But it's like they weren't meant to invade unless they win 10 Mortal Kombats in a row, and they lost the last one, so...
Yeah. So clearly what's happened to the background is one of the Elder Gods was planning on all of this, and then one thing, and he's just like, fuck it, I'm going to bend the rules, I'm just going to invade, because I can't wait another, 10 Mortal Kombats.
Yeah, exactly.
But, which doesn't make any sense because they're immortals, and they could wait forever, really.
Yep.
But moving on from that, apparently he's impatient.
So they turn Raiden into a human.
Yeah, what? Why? Why?
For no reason.
Why?
Because he questioned their... No, was it because that way he can interfere? Because he's no longer a god. Because he's like, that way I can help the humans if I'm a human. If I'm a god and I'm helping them, I'm breaking the rules. But if I'm a human and I'm helping them, that's fine.
Yeah, but they never explain that.
Yeah, they don't explain anything, though.
It could just be, just a test.
Does he get his powers back at the end? Oh, he becomes an Elder God at the end.
Yeah, he becomes an Elder God at the end. So it could be that they were just testing him to see if he was worthy of becoming an Elder God. But none of this is explained. None of this is expanded. They just get rid of Raiden's powers so they don't have to write about it in the movie because they don't know what to do with this all-powerful God character.
Yeah. And so he just turns into the awkward dad. And I love awkward dad Raiden. It's
hate it so much. Oh my god.
It's so
His
funny.
His character looks so dumb. It's worse than the first one so much because the actor's being replaced by this fine
He's alright.
actor. I think he's the stunt guy.
He's alright.
Yeah, he's fine.
I've seen him in a lot of things. He's pretty good. He's a TV actor, though. He's not a movie actor like the first guy.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, he's fine. I don't mean to shit on the guy. I just hate his story and his looks. His Raiden look is so far from the original Raiden. It's like, you put them on screen next to each other and tell someone that they're the same character, they would think you were lying.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's
true.
so unbelievably far from the original. It's silly. Because they've gone from the first movie, which at least kept somewhat of his look, even though they turned him into a white guy. From that to this character, which looks nothing like the movie character of the old... Anyway. And it's really dumb, because they just make him do some fighting, and it's dumb, and I hated it. And then the ending.
The ending is Shao Kahn is like, we're fighting Liu Kang, let's have a fight. And they're fighting away. Liu Kang starts to believe in himself and he turns into a dragon. And then Shao Kahn's like, I can do this too. So he turns into a Hydra.
So, the ending of your Mortal Kombat movie, the epic fight you're going to do, instead of having Kung Fu, you're just going to have two giant CGI monsters.
It's a terrible decision, but it makes the movie so much better. And that the ending of the film is the worst CGI I think I've ever seen.
Yes, it's so bad. But I did appreciate that they tried to make the dragon do Kung Fu.
Yeah.
In this CGI battle, and I'm like, no, it's so bad.
Yeah.
They battle it out, and they fall off a cliff.
Yep.
And then they both turn back to normal.
Yeah,
that was it.
It hurt them both. And then they finish the fight, and, the invasion's called off because he beats Shao Kahn, even though it was the dad, really. And that's the movie. Look, the best part of the movie is the soundtrack. That's the best part of this film. It's really good.
Oh, yeah. It really made me want to have that soundtrack in the new movie. Just like that intro, because the intro is the best part of this film, and it's just taken from the first movie.
Yeah. Like, the entire soundtrack is just the style of music from the main theme.
Yeah.
So if you find that main theme incredibly full on and in your face and over the top, that's the whole soundtrack for this movie. So you're gonna love it.
I like the soundtrack. That is true.
Well, this has already gone on for pretty long, so we'll probably wrap it up there. What you gonna rate it? Oldie or a goodie? Or is it the meme award? The meme porridge award?
Oh, I don't know if I should give this one a goodie, son. Oh, this gets an oldie. What? How is this even a question?
Like, it's the same as Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. It gets the meme porridge. Except there's not many memes from this movie, though.
I don't know. This is a pretty memey movie. Like, obviously we didn't get any memes out of it, but, like, you could meme this movie, I feel.
Yeah, you could. It's definitely so bad it's good, though.
Yeah. I'll give it an oldie. I don't know if it needs a special award of something, but I don't think it's the meme porridge award. Maybe it is the meme porridge award.
Maybe. What did I rate it on Letterboxd? I gave it half a star.
Ooh.
But I also liked it. I gave it a love heart as well, which means that it's half a star, but it's also pretty enjoyable. Speaking of Letterboxd, though, it's now time for Raven Reviews, but I'm in charge, or as I should say, Mortal Reviews!
Bang, 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 bang.
I'm going to start off with the highest rated review on Letterboxd for this movie. It's by Andrew. You've got to guess the score. The review is, "This is, by the absolute loosest human understanding of the word, a movie."
What's the lowest you can rate it?
0.5.
I'll put 0.5.
It is indeed 0.5.
Yeah. Nice.
This one's from Shane, who says, "I'm not kidding when I say this could be the greatest film ever made."
5 out of 5.
Yep, that's 5 out of 5.
Yeah. Hell yeah, my boy. Breakfast. I knew it as soon as you started. This might be the greatest. I'm like, 5 out of 5. Yeah.
This one's actually from Projecting Film from the 99 from 99 podcast, which we found during our first year, who says, "There is a mud fight between two women which is immediately followed up by a guy with metal arms punching a dragon repeatedly in the arse. Not a total waste of time."
Ooh, this is a tricky one. That's a good review.
It's not bad.
We should check out their podcast. Go check them out. I'm gonna rate 2.5.
Oh, it's 1 star.
Oh, it's 1. It's 1. See, I knew it wasn't 0.5, but I didn't know where it was going.
This one's from Dan, who says, "Well, at least this one didn't have microtransactions."
Woo! All right.
You got them.
0.5?
Yeah, 0.5.
Yeah. Nice. Just because microtransactions makes me want to rate everything low.
They're the worst. Absolute worst. Some of these are really funny. I love this one from Mr. Bamison, who says, "This actually looks like a porn parody of Mortal Kombat."
Yeah, it did. I said that earlier. I thought the centaur guy looked like a porn star, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because he just has his shirt off the whole time and he's leering at everything and it's dumb. 2.
It's 0.5.
Oh, it is 0.5.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
This one is from Will, who says, "Why do people hate this so much? I thought it was really good."
0.5.
Yeah, 0.5.
Yeah! God, it will.
I think that might be the last one. All the others are quite long. Let me see if I can...
No, that's good. That's good. I think that's a good spot to wrap that up.
Oh, wait, no, hang on. Here's one from Danny, which says, "I want to die, I want to die, I want to die, I want to die." 0.5, yeah.
This one's great because the answers are either memes and they're 5 out of 5, or it's 0.5 because it's the worst thing they've ever seen.
I want to see how many people have rated this 5 out of 5. Only 161 people have rated this film 5 out of 5 on
But all of them are memeing super hard, and it's great.
All right. Oh, thank you so much for subscribing to Patreon. As always, next Patreon episode, don't know yet. We'll do a poll very soon, probably next week, to figure it out. I think it's either going to be that American Ninja movie or Master Blaster, the paintball movie. One of those two, I think, would be really funny.
We'll have to do a poll and decide.
Yeah, so a poll between those two. Also, I still might force you to watch Hornblower, just because it's great. It's a really good show.
Yeah, that's fair.
But then you've got to force me to watch a TV show.
Oh, and there are many things we can force you to watch.
Oh, I'm scared about that.
Force you to watch the entirety of One Piece.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I think that's like a year's worth of just film that you would have to watch. Like, it's physically impossible for you to watch it all in time.
We could do an episode of One Piece. I've actually never seen it. The only long-running anime I've seen more than 3 episodes of is Fairy Tail, and I thought it was dumb. So,
wow. Oh, have you watched One Punch Man?
Oh yeah.
You watched that one? Okay, all right, that's all good.
But that's like anime, whereas Fairy Tail is like anime.
Oh, I see. Yeah. No. I get you. It's the premium anime, you know.
Well, because like I've watched Demon Slayer, but that's anime.
Yeah.
What? Anime.
Yeah. Not just anime.
Not just anime.
Yeah.
Anyway, bye.
Taking the shit on Fairy Tail for no reason. I thought it was great when I watched it.
We all have that friend who wakes up early to go get everyone McDonald's breakfast, while the rest of us sleep in. This is your sign to thank them. And if you're that friend, this is us saying thank you.
Just a friendly reminder that right now, get any size iced coffee before 11 a.m. for just 99 cents. And a satisfying sausage McMuffin with egg is just $2.79. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.